This is a city that's hosted more Super Bowls than almost anybody else. And, oh yeah, Brock, they've won a couple of their own along the way, too. We're in the home of the Buccaneers, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. Up next, let's keep it in the NFC for this game between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Leading the Panthers there is head coach Dave Canales. Spent a season as the Buccaneers offensive coordinator and parlayed that into the lead job with Carolina. These guys just about set to go in this one. On the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Buccaneers, Todd Bowles. These guys are ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Welcome in, everybody. Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward, and I know all of us are ready for this new season to begin. And we're off and running from Raymond James. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
And I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet to get to start an NFL season. You want to make the most of that chance.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Mayfield. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to go down here. Pressure gets him at the 23. Jalen Phillips. And this offense now facing a 4th and 14.
All week long, you know this front 7 will challenge each other in practice. Who's going to be the first to get the first sack of the new season? Well, we got that answer, but the race, it now just resets to see who can get the 2nd.
Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And making his first career starts, their rookie, taking top 5 in the NFL draft.
Such an incredible amount of promise in this man, and a lot of signs of hope since he went near the top of the draft this spring. We knew he was always going to get the start in his first career game, and this is the first step to beginning a new era for this franchise. And also that chip on his shoulder to prove that he should have been the #1 pick.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
This offense is now ready for some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They'll work against the blitz. And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Gotta help you cut out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So as the Buccaneer offense heads back out, let's take a look at their coordinator, Zach Robinson. These guys looking to break this tie, give their side the lead. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They're going to pitch it out to Irving. He's brought down. Play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. That was good for a Tampa Bay 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Running right, it's Irving. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Well, you taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Second down, here's Baker. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Oh, he's going to run for it. Now hit, Mayfield loses the ball. But it looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play. Got on top of that one for the recovery.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Baker now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
This is Irving on 2nd. And they nearly picked up the 1st down with that effort. Ball advances to the 45-yard line.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. They pitch it to him. And now just outside the red zone as they come through on 4th down.
Okay, you and I are not too old to remember a time where this used to almost be a debate. You come in, bring on the special teams, and punt it, not in today's NFL. And the numbers tell you so often to go for it, and when you execute like they just did, they'll more than likely go for it again later in the game.
Here's Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch, and he got there quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Job 1 of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Third and short, Mayfield. Finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ted Hurst, his first career touchdown in the NFL. How about it? Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And he's going to start the year 1 for 1 as they take a 7-0 lead. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Trevor Achane to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they're really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. Drive beginning with a run. It's Hubbard. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Back to throw now. 3rd down. A lot of contact. Can't keep control of it. Ball jostled out. It's going to be incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down. They'll punt another one away. Corey Bajorquez returning to the field. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They give to Irving to start this drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
On 2nd down, Baker. He can run it. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throwing, Baker. Setting up the running back screen. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss.
A loss of 7.
Riley Dixon getting set to punt it once again. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Carolina offense headed out now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
First and 10, it's Hubbard. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that will earn the Panthers a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. I'll give him, it looks like about 7.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Throwing now out of the shotgun. And the rush is going to win this rep. They get to it. Now it's going to be 11 to go on this 3rd down. Pass play now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers will get it back with some time to work with. We reached the 2-minute warning. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Slot receivers headed left. Mayfield set to pass. Out left and Otten makes the grab. There's the stop. Play hits for 15 before it though. And that is good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Mayfield to throw. Got his target. It's Otten. And he's going to be forced down with only a couple yards at most to show for on this one, Brock. 2nd down and almost a full 10 here still to go.
Maybe it wasn't the chunk play, the explosive play that the previous catch was, but I'll tell you what this kind of reception does. It just sets the table for everybody else. I always believe in building that game from the inside out. You get your tight end involved, you get everybody involved.
He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Shy of midfield. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Baker to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Here's Baker. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mecca and Guka with his first, so hopefully many more to come this. Well, Brock, we are just getting started in 4 months of regular season football that are coming our way, but early on, this team is looking great. They're playing confidently, and they're taking those first few steps to potentially a 1-0 start.
Way too early to be predictive about anything over the course of the season, to your point, Kate, but so far, they've got to love these early returns.
Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Here come the Panthers, taking over late in this first half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Pass play coming here. Throws there for Jatavion Sanders. A good tackle as that ball is secured. Limits that gain to 8. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All right, back to the ground game here. They start him after about a 5-yard gain, and that is good enough for a fresh set of downs.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And they're going to get him to the ground after a 16-yard gain. And that is going to give the Panthers a 1st down. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with a start in the 2nd half. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our 2nd half. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. Deficit. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Brought in right side by McMillan. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Came out that pistol. Here's Hubbard. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
The Buccaneers go to the nickel, 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. Some contact there on the throw, and that's going to... Then extending this open. Incomplete. That forces fourth down. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. Once again, Irving. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Play action. Here's Mayfield. It's complete. This is Egbuka. Tackle finally comes in well downfield. That's a gain of about 26. And that will set up a Bucs first down.
I think my favorite part is the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now here's Mayfield. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They pitch it out to him here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. That is complete to Hurst outright. And he'll go down here at the 16.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. To throw is Mayfield. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. To throw, Mayfield. Brought in right side. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack. Exactly what he just did.
Motioning right is Egbuka. Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. Dumps it off to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And as we get a look at how their last 4 drives have gone, partner, still waiting for the first touchdown or field goal for them. They've kept finding ways, it feels like, not to score, right? But we would all agree it's time to find a strategy that will get them on the board. They're going to throw out of the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on. First career interception. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield will look to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Buccaneers have that football, partner, and more importantly, they've got a good lead. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Sending him on the dive. And they'll fly ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Baker now. Under pressure, down he goes. They got him at the 17. On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Pressure coming from the right edge, and they block it!
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
The Panthers readying for a new series. As they do, let's see what's coming up for them the next few weeks. First up, they're going to host the Cowboys. And it's home again for New Orleans. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Offense working quickly.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. On the move, headed right. And this is going to end up an incomplete pass, partner, so that brings up 3rd down.
I can understand still trying to put something together here offensively, find some kind of confidence, because this has been rough, both on the scoreboard and the turnovers. Not the kind of offensive effort they were looking for.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's fourth down.
They needed a lot more out of this offense in this one, Kate, to keep pace in this contest. Just wasn't there. Continuity wasn't there. Rhythm wasn't there. Confidence wasn't there. This is one they like to forget.
Now, can't blame them looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Now they're whistling for a timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. The give here on 2nd. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
They may be a dying breed in the NFL, but this is why fullbacks will continue to be used by some teams each and every year. Those bigger bodies. They're almost always good for a positive gain before someone can drag them down.
Third and just 2 to go. They send a man in motion. 3rd and short, Mayfield. He's under pressure, and down he goes. They get to him at the 38. This is Will Johnson. And that's going to bring up a 4th and long, 13 to go.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked.
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
The Panthers get going again once more on offense. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. This drive will begin with Hubbard. There's the tackle. This play goes for 29 before it, though. And that gives Carolina the first. They're working quickly here.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Panthers.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Let's go now. A 2nd down run by Pacheco. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that will earn the Panthers a new set of downs.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Panther first down.
First down, and they go right back to it. They bring him down, but we all saw how that one looked, right? There was a face mask involved, and the flag is out. Well, we all saw him haul down awkwardly, and the face mask penalty nullifies what was a great defensive play.
Automatic first down.
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. And he can't hang on. The catch was there for him, Brock, but his hands took that one off. So the incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. You've not seen much achievement today.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Desperation time here on fourth. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mayfield set to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a gain of 5 as we reached our 2-minute warning. 3rd and just 2 to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's going to be stopped just a couple yards beyond the line, but that is still good enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down.
He was brought down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They give it to him again. He's going to be hauled down after a small pickup. Maybe got 4 yards there. And that is good for a Tampa Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have.